Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick, somewhat quick, hopefully, labor and delivery video. I'm doing it on my phone, so if somebody calls me in the middle of this, you might just see it cut off. But I'm not going to start completely over because it's going to be a long story. So you might see this like a part one, part two. We'll see. Okay, so as you know, I did go into labor early, at 33 weeks exactly, and my little girl Olivia was born. Kind of a back history, you do know, well, most of you know if you've been following me, that I did have a cerclage at 20 weeks because my cervix was weak. I have an incompetent cervix, and I was already dilated, and dilating and all the way thinned out. So they put a cerclage in, and I was in and out of the hospital. This last time I was in the hospital for contractions. They stopped it for about a week, and then I was on this prescription called Precardia. It was supposed to stop contractions. It stopped it, and then it came back over this past weekend, last weekend. And then they gave me some, I forgot what it's called, like Truberol or some kind of shot they give you that stops it. I had to have 3 of those shots. Actually, a total of 4 shots, 4 of those shots, but just 3 that one night. And then the next night I started having contractions again, and they sent me over to labor and delivery where I had magnesium for 24 hours. So the contractions stopped. Magnesium, it's also supposed to help with the baby's brain development, just in case she did come early. If you've ever had magnesium, it's hell. It's like, felt like poison going into my body. Like you get hot. I didn't get nauseous, thank God, but I was just hot and drowsy and miserable. It was horrible, but it was worth it, obviously, because she did come early. Sorry if I'm talking kind of fast. I have so much to do. Okay. And then the next day, I had a ultrasound, which was Monday, and they said that my cervix was really, really low. My stitch was starting to tear, and that he recommended if my water broke to go ahead and take the stitch out. So, that's my high risk doctor. So my actual doctor said, well, you know what, if you start having contractions again, then we're not going to do anything to stop it. We're just going to take the stitch out because he doesn't want, he doesn't want the baby or the placenta to break through my cervix, and cause more problems. He's like, the stitch, kept the baby in there for 13 weeks, but it's not supposed to, if she's trying to get out, she's trying to get out. They're not going to just keep the stitch there, especially since it's tearing. Anyway, so I started having contractions again. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and they didn't give me anything. They were just monitoring my contractions. I was dying, and my doctor didn't get there till 9 o'clock in the morning. By the time he got there, my contractions had definitely slowed down, and so he was like, okay, so we're not going to take it out? He was like, because they stopped, and I'm like, I guess not. So later on he checked my cervix. Later on that day, no, he did not check my cervix. But later on that day, I started bleeding a little bit. And sorry about that. It started bleeding a little bit, and he was like, okay, we're going to go ahead and take it out because, it's obviously doing something. So he took it out, and as soon as he took out the stitch, I was automatically dilated to 4 centimeters. When you have a stitch, it holds your cervix closed. So I could have always been, 3 to 4 centimeters. We don't know for how long. It could have just happened that week since I was contracting, or it could have been longer. But once that stitch broke, it showed, okay, she's 4 centimeters dilated. So, okay, he said, okay, well, people walk around 4 centimeters dilated all the time, so let's see what your body does. Let's see if it makes itself go into labor. So 3 or 4 centimeters. I start feeling contractions again, randomly, off and on. The pain wasn't that bad. I felt them, but it wasn't that bad. He came back in at one point, and I was like, I need some pain medicine. Like, it doesn't have to be an epidural because we don't know if I'm in labor, but I need something. And he was like, well, what is your pain at? And I'm like, I don't know, like a 4 or 5 or so. And he was like, well, if you need pain medicine, you know, is it like at an 8, 9? I'm like, no. I was like, it hurts. I don't want to be in pain. Like, I'm uncomfortable right now, so I need something. Like, I don't know, you want me to wait until it's 8, 9? No, I'm not doing that. So he checks it, and he's like, oh, well, you are 5 centimeters, and your bag is bulging. And I'm like, see, I told you I am in pain. I mean, I might be able to tolerate pain, so my pain of 4 or 5 could be somebody else's 8, 9. You know what I mean? Anyway, so he says, okay, well, we're going to give you an epidural, and we know we're pretty much committed that you're in labor and you're going to have a baby tonight. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, my boyfriend had went to work. He took my stitch out at 3 o'clock. My boyfriend went to work at 4 because we didn't know what was going to happen. And once they gave me an epidural, and he said, well, you're going to have a baby tonight, I was like, okay, I guess it's time to tell people. So I let people know my mom came, blah, 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 whatever. They checked me about an hour later, and I was still at a 5. So my doctor decided to, of course, give me some Pitocin because that's what doctors love to do. So he got me on some Pitocin, and a couple hours later, I was at a 7. And then I started feeling a lot of pressure around 9:30, and he checked, and the nurse checked, and I was at about 9.5. And so she was like, all right, well, let's get this going. So, you know, they called the doctor. The doctor came in, he checked me about 30 minutes or 20 minutes later, said, okay, you're a 10. Let's see some practice pushes. I pushed one practice push, and he was like, okay, stop. So then I called the NICU team in, and I had 2 of my friends in the room, my boyfriend and my sister-in-law in the room, and it was not supposed to happen like that, but it was supposed to be my boyfriend and my mom. I don't know what happened, but I guess when you're in the moment, I really didn't care who was in the room at the time because I was just feeling so much pressure. I just wanted to push. So by 10, so they took my stitch out at 3 p.m. By 10 o'clock that night, I was pushing, and Olivia was born at 10:03 p.m. She was 4 pounds, 10 ounces, 33 weeks, so she was kind of big for 33 weeks. The good thing is that I did get some steroid shots for her lungs, so she's not on any breathing oxygen or anything like that. She is in the isolator, the incubator, which is just controlling the temperature, and she's not on any IVs. She's really not on anything. So right now they're just feeding her through a feeding tube, because she's only 33 weeks. And then next week, when it's 34 weeks gestationally, they'll start introducing the bottle. I have been trying to breastfeed and pumping, and my supply is going up, so that's good. I got discharged from the hospital yesterday, so today is my first day at the hospital, just to, pump and breastfeed and have skin on skin with her. And she's doing really good. First night, I think she lost 90 grams, which, all babies lose about 7% of their weight. But she's already gained back 10 grams last night. So right now she's 4 pounds and 8 ounces. So hopefully she continues to gain and not lose any more. And I think they're thinking about a week and a half to 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of her being in there. They just need to make sure she gets the sucking, swallowing, breathing, skill down so she's able to eat. And she's doing really well. I'm doing good. I haven't really rested because, I'm going back and forth from the hospital, I'm pumping every couple hours, but it's okay, because if she was really here, I wouldn't be resting anyway. But I have a lot of stuff too, and, in a way, of course I don't want her in the NICU, but in a way, everything works out how it's supposed to. Now I have time to get things ready because I was not prepared before, and now I have time to you know, wash her clothes, and I still have stuff from my baby shower everywhere. You know, just put stuff away and get things ready for her. But yeah, I'm not very good at editing, so I don't have any pictures or anything like that. I don't know how to even put pictures on YouTube, but maybe I'll try to make a video of her in the incubator, and I can, I guess, upload that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's my life right now. I mean, everything happens for a reason. You know, she was ready to come out, and my stitch wasn't holding anymore, so my doctor made a good decision and just to take it out, and now she's here, but she's doing fine. And me, you know, I'm not only recovering from labor, I'm recovering from 3 months of bed rest. So, you know, everything is kind of refreshing to me. And, you know, these past 2 days I have done most walking I've done in the past 3 months. And I'm tired. And it is hot outside. That's one thing that I was loving, because I was never hot. I was always in air conditioner, and I always be like, well, at least I'm on bed rest, so I don't have to deal with the heat. And now I do. It's pretty serious out there. And you know, I am in Dallas, Texas, so you can only imagine. But yeah, so that is my labor and delivery story. Sorry, it was kind of quick. It's just, if you can see my apartment right now, you would know that I have so much to do. Oh, and I was supposed to have a baby shower on the 29th. We were still going to have it, since, you know, she did come early, and, you know, I still was going to have it, but I don't know. I really don't want to be bothered with baby shower things and planning. And, I mean, even though I wasn't planning, my mom was, she still, like, I still had to do a lot, because she doesn't know how to plan, so I just want to deal with it. Like I told everyone, you know, if you want to come visit, if you want to send stuff, you can, whatever. But we're not going to have another baby shower. And yeah, that is my life right now: pumping and doing skin to skin and trying to get her to breastfeed, and just getting things situated here until she comes home. Hopefully soon. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks she will be here. But yeah, she is so freaking cute. She is so cute. And they keep saying she's pretty mature for her age. She's big for her age. Like, I know 4 pounds and 10 ounces is pretty big for a 33-week-old. When I do skin to skin with her, she lifts her head up all the time and looks at me. She opens her eyes up really big. She shows a lot of interest in breastfeeding, and like she's rooting all the time, and she takes to pacifier really well. She's feeding. Her feeding has gone up every day. They started at 15. No, they started at 20. She was at the 20, which was the max for that day, and then 25, and now she's at 30 milliliters. And I've been pumping, and today I pumped the most just now. I pumped a little bit more than 10 milliliters. So soon, right now I'm pumping into, like, see if I can, these little cups, and then they'll start giving me bottles I can just pump and then put in the refrigerator and take it to the hospital. But slowly, I'm just trying to pump more so I can slowly start taking down her formula. It's like the more I pump, the more I'm getting out, the more like formula she goes up. Like she just keeps going up in her feedings, because she's taking it and she's not throwing up. So usually, like if the babies can't handle a lot, you know, they will stay at 20 milliliters for a couple days, or you know, won't go up. But she's been going up like 5 milliliters a day. She is so chunky. But yeah, that's it. I will update you guys soon if anything else changes. And yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye. Oh wait, a couple more things. If you're still watching, probably after she comes home, I will probably do maybe bi-weekly updates, maybe like every 2 weeks starting off, and then I'll start doing monthly. And then for me, I'll do like 2-week postpartum, and I'll probably only go up until, I don't know. I do plan on, doing some weight loss stuff after of course, my 6 weeks appointment. So maybe I'll do my postpartum every week or something up until 6 weeks, and then I'll start like my weight loss thing, and because I got to get back in shape. But yeah, okay, this is bye. Thank you.